Welcome back to another Worthless Mutts. I am your host, Score the Dog Butcher, back again to shine the light on this Canadian dog nuttery. Again, uh, most, if not maybe, okay, say most dog attacks or dog issues often come from the US. And again, bits from the Europe and Asia, etc., etc. But we rarely hear about the dog nuttery in Canada. And there's no doubt, uh, I myself, when I was younger, I did experience a lot of extreme dog nuttery. But since I've been older, as of late, I haven't experienced it firsthand. I see them, I see a couple things, but it's not, um, you know, to the extreme as what I hear that goes on in the U.S., in Asia, in Europe, etc., etc. But there's no doubt, I think a lot of dog nuttery does happen in Canada, but it's not reported. It's not spoken of because it's taboo to criticize dogs. It's taboo to say anything negative about dogs. It's apparently might be unacceptable to say anything negative about dogs. Therefore, we don't say it because people have this fear of going against the dog, even when the stats and the facts, the feelings, the experiences stack up against the dogs. We, or maybe the Canadians, they tend to keep various, feelings towards these things. They don't want to put it out to the fear of feeling guilty or the fear of, people going against them. But again, we should not be afraid to say, to tell the truth about these things. Even a lot of dog nutters, and I'm going to do a video on that, a lot of dog nutters themselves who own dogs, they hate their dog. A lot of dog lovers hate their dog. A lot of dog lovers abuse dogs. So just to say you don't like dogs means nothing. Because again, a lot of these dog lovers do a lot worse to dogs than the people who hate dogs. People who hate dogs most likely have never even hurt a dog or been near a dog. But dog lovers, we hear off and on and on again about how they're abusing and hurting their dogs. So it should mean nothing to say, hey, I hate dogs. Because what they're doing is a lot worse than saying you hate dogs or you don't like dogs or dislike dogs. And we got to speak up against this dog nuttery. If we don't speak up, they're going to continue to do what they do. It's only going to get worse. It's going to get worse. So, again, we're just going to look through the Canadian dog bite stats 2023 and see what is going on in Canada. I may or may not have touched base on this prior, but it's good enough to do it again as much as possible so the truth can get out there, so we can remember what's going on. So this article was last, updated on the February 21st, 2023. First paragraph, it says, dog bites are fact of life. Many animals will snap at other animals or humans when they feel stressed and threatened. Most dogs attack people tend to be not well socialized or suffer from abuse and neglect. And already, off the bat, they're finding excuses. to protect these worthless mutts. Right off the bat. Right off the bat. They just had to talk about dog is not well socialized. They may suffer from abuse and neglect. And again, many times when we see attacks happen, none of these factors come into play. They only state these things when no attack is going on. But once attack has gone, these factors tend to never come about. And I'm talking about evidence, not just people on YouTube commenting saying, "Hey, this dog was abused." No, we need evidence, and we can never find that. Most dogs tactical tend to be not well socialized, suffer from abuse. Again, that's bullshit. Just an excuse. This awareness is even more critical if you have young children at home. Again, they're trying to pick on the children. Children should never be left alone with a dog, and they need to be taught from young age how to treat dogs. Again, they use excuses. Now they're trying to blame the child. For what the dog does. And again, I'm telling you, the Dognuttery in Canada is worse than what we know. And again, this is why I'm here to shine the light, man. I'm here to shine the light. This awareness is even more critical if you have young children at home. Children should not be left alone. I already said that. Here are statistics focusing on dog bites and attacks in Canada. Unfortunately, there isn't much research in this field specifically relating to Canada, so most of the numbers are from older studies. So, top 12 Canada dog bite stats. It's estimated that there are over 500,000 dog bites annually in Canada. That's too many. And you're telling me 500,000 dog bites were caused by the dog not being well socialed, from being abused and being neglected. You're telling me that come on. How about these dogs? Again, another video I made, I touched based on dogs attacking mail carriers. What's up with that? So you're telling me, what does the mail carrier have to do with a dog not being well socialized, suffer from abuse, and being like, what does that have to do? What if they're experiencing these three things? Why do they attack mail carriers? What's the point? What's the point in attacking someone that has done nothing to you? Has nothing to do with you whatsoever. And as we speak, over about 500 Canada Post workers are bitten every year. Just like that. Canadians are twice as likely to be bitten by a dog in a city than in the country. Children ages 5 to 9 years are most commonly bitten by a dog. And should we be shocked? This is nothing to be shocked about. But yet we continue to cram children with dogs, or dogs with children. And previously they're trying to blame the children. So why even mingle and mesh the children with dogs in the first place? Why not just keep them apart to begin with? Why put the child at risk? Why even allow the child to not treat a dog properly? Why even give the child a chance to do that? 5, adults are most commonly bitten on the hands and young children on the face and neck. It's estimated that there are 1 to 2 fatalities in Canada from dog attacks yearly. Again, still, that's one too many. And I think, and again, I don't, this is just me, my opinion. I don't think, I think they're hiding, dog attacks from the media. I think they're just sweeping a lot of it under the rug. They'll say a few there and there, but I think most of them swept on the rug. I mean, 500,000 dog bites, but we get only maybe a handful a year. Of the 28 fatalities between 1990 and 2007, 24 of them were children under 12. Here we go. So why even, again, mix the children and the dogs together if they don't get along? If the child has to do this or that, why do that? Why even risk it? What's the point? Then we're going to always blame the child for acting like a child. Eight, the Prairie province had the highest incidence of fatal dog attacks. How about that? 58% of Canadians believe that attacks are due to bad owners and not bad dog. Again, we've heard this excuse over and over again that it has lost its meaning, its credibility. Again, it's just an excuse. And again, I'm not going to pick on that one dog breed, but it's all dogs. All dogs get this treatment. You got to blame the owner. Why? Because the dog behaving like a dog. So again, if you have to train something so it doesn't attack, you got to train something so it doesn't behave like it's supposed to behave, then maybe you shouldn't be having it or owning it or sticking it in your home. Sticking these things with children. I was going to blame the owner, but yes, it's their fault as well. It's both. I think the owner should take most of the blame because they're the ones bringing in that thing into the communities. So yes, they're mostly to blame, but again, dogs do what they do. And whatever dogs do, I hate it. I despise it. It's despicable. Dogs' behavior is what makes me hate dogs. Just what they are and what they do. That is why I hate dogs. Hate them, hate them, hate them. Whether they're trained or not, I hate them. Again, it doesn't matter if they're trained or not, or how they're trained. Police dogs are a very good example of this. Our money, tax-paying money, goes into this, to the dog training. They get trained, but yet they still behave like any other dog. Shown you in past videos of police dogs getting loose or whatever and attacking children, attacking people. So they're no different from any other dog. No different. We could talk about the degree of hurt. Whatever may be different, but again, it is no different if they're a dog. They're going to come up to you. They're going to attack you. they're going to invade your space. No real animal does this except dogs. I can't even put flies in the same category as dogs, because dogs are the only one invading space always. It's not like they're there minding their own business, doing their thing, but no, they are constantly in your space because dogs are worthless. They have no place to go. They're stupid. They're lazy. They're dumb. They're brain dead. So they're always around us, attacking us, even though they don't even realize how much they're being worshipped, how much dog nut people feed them and take care of them, but they don't realize that. They don't get it. But they're always around us wanting to attack us. Only animal, I can't be called an animal, but the only thing that does this. Despicable. And again, I hate it. Hate it, man. Gosh, I just despise dogs. And here we go. 10. All provinces have sided with the bad owners, not the. This is again bullshit. And these are the people again that are the brainwashed that can't see that dogs are worthless. Dogs are dangerous. Dogs are despicable. They're brain dead. They're brainwashed. They're full of dognuttery. They function as a dog nutter. Gotta blame the owner every single time. Every time we're gonna blame the owner, but true, yes, but we gotta start pointing fingers at the dog. But again, we can't do that because of fear, of guilt, of looking bad, and all this nonsense. Who cares? If a dog behaves a certain way, the dog should take the blame as well. The dog bites, blame the dog. Because I don't see any birds attacking anyone else. I don't see swans attacking people out of nowhere. Cats. Bears, not even bears. Not even bears. You think bears would be slashing people left to right, but actually from footage I've seen, bears and people tend to get along pretty well. Bears tend to keep their distance. They're not as invasive and annoying like dogs. I've seen some videos of people and bears walking past each other like nothing. Dogs walk past by some of the dogs all over you. Bears, man. We've been destroying their habitats, building homes and condos all over, but yet they're not as destructive towards us compared to dogs when people have opened their homes and we feed dogs every day. You feed them. But dogs are just despicable towards us. They're ungrateful, if that's the right word to use. People give them everything. We worship them. We look at them as perfect, but yet they just violate us. They kill our babies. They attack us. They annoy us. Not the raccoons, not the possums, not the bears, not the coyotes, not the cats, not the mountain lions, not the lynx, not the bald eagles, not the tigers. It is the dog. People in India, I know tigers can be an issue in various places, but tigers, again, they keep to themselves. Out in the wild, keep to themselves more than not. I gotta look that up, but from what I've seen, they keep to themselves. Elephants, they keep to themselves. Lions keep to themselves. But dogs, always around us, but yet they are so ungrateful. And all we can do is blame the owner. Come on, you're going to blame the owner for the dog acting like a dog. all the time. We can blame the owner for bringing the dog into our presence. But we got to start pointing the fingers at the dog for acting like a dog. Say, hey, this dog did this because it's a dog, and that is wrong. We should not have these things around us. They need to go. We can't be blaming children for attacks and saying children get attacked most by dogs and then still wanting to keep our children with dogs. It makes no sense. Then you still want to blame the owner, so why even risk it? If you're a dog owner, you have children, you have a dog, why risk it? Why even risk the chance? Twelve, 67% of Canadians support muzzling breeds considered dangerous. You know which dogs those are. Let's look at these, man. These are demons, man. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. This isn't cute. This is not cute. That's not cute. It's too much, man. 1,449. Too much. And they say, and they're trying to blame the children. Additionally, the most common circumstance was playing with the dog, and most attacks happened in the summer. So they want children to play with dogs, but then they're going to want children to play a specific way. Even if the child does play a specific way and the child gets attacked, they're still going to blame the child. They're still going to blame the owner. They're gonna praise the owner for allowing children to be around dogs, and then when that dog attacks, they're gonna start blaming the owner. So why risk it? Why even risk all this? This is not safe. Not safe. If the 8% of Canadians believe that attack, again, man. How about this? Is the pit bull the breed that attacks the most? Again, if pit bull isn't the breed that attacks the most, why even bring it up? Why even bring it up? Why are they always the breed of discussion? There's a lot of dog breeds out there that we barely know about. Why aren't they a topic of discussion? Why is always the pit bull? If the pit bull is misunderstood and is the best dog ever and most safest dog, whatever, why are they always talked about as being the most dangerous, the most attacked? Dogs that attack the most, dogs that are most lethal, most fatal. Yeah, I think, again, we should blame, look how ugly this thing is. We should, again, blame the owner for bringing these things into our communities, into our homes, into our society, for pushing this Dognuttery 24/7. Yeah, we should blame them for that. We also got to blame the dog for being a dog. We have to look at the faults of the dog and say, hey, this is what dogs do. Unacceptable to be around us. They're too ugly, they're too stank, they're too dangerous, they violate people, they annoy people. Unacceptable. We shouldn't have them around us. Again, only thing that is going to reduce dog bites, again, I've said this before, I'm going to say it again, it is to eliminate the dog. You eliminate the dog, no dog attacks, no dog bites. Let's say you're in a house, you have a dog, it bites you once, you get rid of it, you have no dog in the house, therefore no dog is going to bite you. Simple as that. Simple, 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 simple as that. How about this? How can I avoid getting bitten by a dog? Here we go. First, you need to recognize the signs the dog is stressed. Again, we've seen countless dog attacks that happen out of nowhere. And it's funny when those attacks happen, these people are nowhere to be found, or they forgot about these stress signs or whatever, warning signs, and they end up just typing blame the owner, blame the victim, blame the owner, or they, type hope the dog is okay. And all these, let's say, look for the following signs. Whites of the eyes are showing, tail tucked between the legs, ears held back and down, licking, yawning, chewing, occurred back, pulling or looking away from you, lips closed tight. Remember, there's a video, the police officer and a news reporter, and remember the guy, the dog nut reporter tried to go, I don't know, try to French kiss the dog or something. I don't know what he was doing. He put his head close to the dog and the dog bit him. You think during that time he had time to look for these warning signs? Did that dog give any warning signs within that second? Even if the dog did, do you think this dog nut would just say, hey, this dog is giving warning signs, I'm going to stop trying to kiss it? No, the dog nut's going to still go and do it. What should I do if a dog is growling at me? Well, if you're old enough and you carry a licensed concealed firearm, I say take out your firearm and shoot away. How should I teach my child about approaching a dog? Again, don't. You don't. But if that thing approaches you, again, always, even if you're a child, always know what's in your surroundings. You're outside, you got to know your surroundings. Got to be listening, got to be smelling, looking. Got to be aware of what's going on. Because again, you don't know when these dogs are going to come out. So many close calls I had. Where I've seen a dog from maybe miles away or down the block. I seen it, spotted it, and what did I do? I bolted it. Went the other way. I'm out of there. It wasn't just out of nowhere. Dog's 2 feet away from me. No, I'm always looking in my surroundings. Looking, listening. Not for people, but it's mostly for dogs. Always aware of what's going on. Listening, observing. And I notice a dog from afar, have enough time to get out of there, I'm out. You got to be aware. Even if you're a child again, you got to be aware of your surroundings. You got to know which house has a dog, a pit bull, etc. You got to know which houses have those. Hey, this house has a pit bull. I'm gonna, if you have to cross the house, cross on the other side of the sidewalk. On the other side of the sidewalk. If you have to take the long way to get to where you need to go, do that. Know your surroundings. Never approach a dog. Since children are the most likely to be attacked by a dog, it's essential that you teach them how to approach any dog. Why? Why even open the door for them to approach dogs? Why even encourage it? The best answer is to never, ever, ever approach a dog. And dogs don't care what you do, whether you're minding your business or not, or etc., etc. When they want to attack, they will attack. And what makes it worse, you just don't know when it's going to happen. You don't know when. You could be a group of children and one dog comes, you don't know who is going to be attacked. So many attacks happen when people are minding their own business. Children are minding their own business on their own property. And here comes a worthless mutt coming to attack. Again, the dog is approaching them to attack. How about babies in a crib? Babies in a crib, sleeping, 1 day old. You've heard stories about this. Baby sleeping, dog comes in and takes out the baby. Don't assume that there won't be an attack just because you know and trust the dog. Again, why even risk it in the first place? Why even teach? They say, why even teach a child how to approach a dog? Why do that? Why do that? And then even say, don't assume that there won't be an attack. So why risk it? This is a gamble. You're gambling. You're allowing a child to gamble their life. They know, they've even stated that children have died because of dog attacks. So why are they risking it? Why are they gambling? Why do they continue to mix dogs and children together? It doesn't make any sense. And it doesn't matter if you do these basic things. Most of the times, children are minding their own business and the dog approaches them and kills them. Oftentimes, it's not because they did this or don't do this. Oftentimes, they are minding their own business. They're on either their property, public property, minding their own business, and that dog approaches them and attacks, hurts them, and or kills them. But these dog nuts want to keep putting children with dogs, even though they know dogs will attack children and they will kill children, and they have to do these certain things, and then you have to watch for these signs of a dog's going to attack. So why risk it? I ask you. And their worthless conclusion: well, there aren't many statistics that showcase dog bites and attacks in Canada. There's no question that dog bites are a fact of life. The best way to deal with this situation is educate the public rather than uninformedly banning specific breeds. Again, they're trying to push their pit bull narrative, and they still want they know they at least can admit that dog bites are a fact of life. They admit that. But they still want us and people, etc., to mix children with dogs. Mix, in general speaking, people and dogs together, even though dog bites are a fact of life. It's funny how they show these things, but oftentimes people are attacked when, again, they are minding their own business. Not bothering the dog on their own property. The dog's approaching them. But again, these dog nuts, they only speak from a dog nut perspective. They can't see the reality of things. They can't see how worthless and dangerous dogs are. Even if they're saying dogs attack, they still can't see how dangerous they are. They still can't see the faults dogs are. They still can't see that, hey, we should not be mingled with these things because they're too destructive. Anytime there is a dog somewhere, the dog is always a problem. Dog somewhere, dog's a problem. Take with the dog, no dog problem. Simple as that, but these people want us to continue, despite dog bites being a fact of life, they want us to continue to mesh with dogs. Learn how to read dogs' body language before approaching a dog that you don't know. Educating, again, videos that we've seen, the dogs are approaching the people. The dogs are approaching the people. Educate yourself and your family will be the best way to avoid, again, dogs are approaching the people and attacking them. Again, we eliminate the dog. There are no dog bites. And now we got to blame the owner. If you're a dog owner, ensure that your dog is spayed or neutered. Again, you got to cut off their junk. Dog lovers, cut off their dog's junk. And they say that is love. And you got to train it, got to socialize it. Always keep your dog on a leash, again, and fenced. As in, many dog attacks happen when dogs get loose. Again, you've probably seen dogs jumping over 15-foot fences. Dogs can get through bars. They go under it, over it, through it. They can escape their houses. They can escape cages. They escape leashes. Like, are these dog nuts that stupid and to not realize these things happen? We've seen, or at least I can say I've seen, dogs go under fences. Dogs can go through fences. Dogs can go over fences. Dogs can, pull on the leash and let the owner eat dirt. Dogs can attack their owner. Dogs approach people and attack them. So, these dog nuts are just, they're not too bright. Not too bright. The funny thing is, this is the author, and she's a cat person, apparently. I feel bad for that cat. Because that cat is with a dog nut, and I'm sorry, but dog nuts are idiots. Dog nuts are idiots. After reading this, again, this is probably just her way of pushing the pit bull narrative. And also pushing dogs in general. But I think they just wanted to push the pit bull narrative. Subtly push it. I mean, is this the thing, this ugly thing you want in your house? How about, don't get me started on these ones. Again, police dogs, we've heard many stories of them attacking people for no reason. You really want this ugly, insane thing in your house? Where is it? How about these ones? This. You want this ugly ass demon in your house? No, anything that looks like this, it looks like it's gonna maul you to death. I'm sorry. If it looks like this, yes, you gotta have that intuition that this thing wants to kill you. Do rabbits look like this? Do cats look like this? Do crocodiles look like this? Alligators, bears look like this? No, only these things. It's funny that not even bears are much of a problem. I'm not saying, hey, you're not going to get hurt with a bear, but, bears tend to keep to themselves. You could stand right next to a bear and the bear will just shrug you off. They don't approach you, but dogs will approach you. They will run from who knows where just to approach you. And bears are actually good on the eyes. But these things, oh, they're ugly. Very, very ugly. So this is just, I guess, a Canadian dog bite stats within the eyes of Kathryn Copeland, who is a dog nutter, and I feel sorry for the cat. I'm going to look for more for another video and go through those. But it's unfortunate that even in Canada, a lot of dog nutters are just brainwashed, fully brainwashed. Again, I'm sorry, if you need a suit for this and to train the dog and you need a suit, I'm sorry, if you need a dog and you have to wear something like this to train it, then this is something you shouldn't be having. Because no one wears this type of gear for rabbits, cats, or anything else. Only for dogs. Only for dogs. It's not like dogs keep to themselves or whatever, but no, dogs are annoying. They're invasive. I'm going to end it there. This is another Worthless Mutts. Gore the Dog Butcher, and remember, it's okay to hate dogs.